Good.
We're doing good.
Oh wait, my mic was muted. Whoops. I'm Cody Brock here with Cougar Talk. I'm here with Carter, Caleb, and Corbin for Cougar Talk. How have y'all been doing?
Good. We're doing pretty good. How are you doing, Cody?
Doing good. How was the game last night?
It was good. Had the time of my life.
Yeah. How about you, Caleb?
It was good.
Got a few questions for y'all. How does it feel to come out on top in such of an intense rivalry game?
Well, this is my first Tobacco Bowl that I've played in. I know it ain't Caleb's first, so I was just wondering how this compared to last year's.
I think this year's was a lot funner, I'd say. Last year's was like pretty rough.
Like stressful.
Yeah. This year you just kind of whooped their butt, in all honesty. Yeah.
What was the key to your team's success in the particular matchup?
So it's really, we're as good as we are up front. So if our O-line, offensive line, was in the right spot mentally, then I think we could have done some pretty good things last night.
Good.
Well, we did.
I thought it was mainly just a whole team thing.
It was a good team effort as well.
Coach Jones has said at practice that it's not a one-man sport. It's a team sport. It takes 11 guys to do everything together, do it right, and stuff. If one person messes up, it could mess up a whole play.
How did you and the teammates prepare mentally and physically for this game?
I think during the scrimmages, really it's just intensity and effort. The scrimmages, practices weren't very good. We didn't do our jobs very good. This week, during practice, really focused on keeping contained and filling holes, not letting the ball get through anywhere. Playing together as a team.
We really had a main focus of just doing your job on defense and giving good effort.
And then on the offense side of the ball, it was mainly about controlling up front and being able to double team to the backers and make sure that Big 78 didn't get play or anything. Right.
Were there any moments during the game when you felt the momentum shift into your all's favor?
I feel like as soon as even pregame, I feel like we just went out with the mentality that we weren't going to lose the game, that we were going to play for each other, play for the seniors. Just went out and executed, and everybody saw what happened.
Yeah, I feel like we were locked in before the game had even started.
I feel like we had the momentum the whole time with the crowd and the players.
Yeah, I'm the same here, but that opening kickoff, whenever who was it that laid that hit on their returner? It was one of the kickoff people that laid a pretty big hit and hit him out of bounds. And if you watch on the live stream on K105, you can see that whole sideline just crowd around it. I think that's what also gave us an advantage there too. We were ready to come and play.
What was the atmosphere like before and after the game in the locker room?
So in the locker room, it was before the game. It was very solemn, as in everybody was getting mentally prepared for the game. But after the game, it was pretty lively. I was happy. Everybody else was happy, and we had a good time.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Did you notice any difference in your team performance compared to the previous game this season?
Well, I think like we said, just intensity and focus, executing our jobs to the best of our abilities, and really, I think one of the biggest parts was playing together as a team. I think in the scrimmages we had a lot of selfishness and wanting to be the big player, make the big play, not focusing on doing our jobs and everybody working together to stop them and get us touchdowns.
How did the rivalry add to the pressure or motivation for this game?
Well, I think because all week, not even all week, all probably a month in advance, they were already talking, saying that they thought that there was no way they could lose. They were just going to run all over us. We couldn't do nothing to them. I think Coach Jones preached that very well. He preached that he did not like that at all. I think that really fired us up and made us realize the
Effect.
yeah the effect of winning the game and the intensity of the rivalry.
And I think we're back.
Sorry, I just got a phone call.
Okay. Can you walk us through the most memorable plays or moments of the game?
I think I'd say for me probably Ethan Mudd's that long rush that he had, long rushing touchdown he had. The previous play, he got a penalty. He came back to the huddle and he told us all, he was like, all right, I'll take it to the house and get a touchdown right here. And he did it.
One other play that I remember that stands out in my mind is where it was, I think it was like second and long, and Kobe threw a ball to Jet and he took it for 60 yards, and that just a completely momentum change because we weren't moving the ball up front before that.
Mine was, I think it was in the third quarter. It was a run right up the middle. Me and Will, we took the double team to the backside backer and absolutely pancaked them. And I think we got 5 or 6 yards out of it. But just pancaking somebody, probably one of the best feelings, right?
Yeah.
How does this win impact the team's morals and goals for the rest of the season?
I think it showed us what we could really do. I think it got that in everybody's head, and I have 100% belief that we're going to come out every single week at practice, go as hard as we can, execute the best to our abilities to win football games by a large margin.
I think this week was practically a premiere of what the season's going to be like. I think everybody came out, did their job perfectly, executed it, and there was a lot of things that there's a lot of things that went right in our favor there, and then while other things, there might have been one or two times where it wasn't in our favor, but I feel like we controlled that game, and I feel like we can control every game for the rest of the season if we play good.
What does this victory mean to the school and the community?
I think it's really positive for our school and community because we have led and we have won the Tobacco Bowl for, is it 6? Was it? Does this year make it 7? Yeah. For about 7 years now, and I'm glad we kept that streak going.
Yeah, I think it's the same there. And then Coach Jones said in the locker room one day that he's never lost to Evanston County. He didn't want it to change this year. And I think that also had a big impact on us. And then with the pep rally Friday that we had for it, that I think that put us there like, hey, we need to win this game for everybody here, not just ourselves.
Carter, your brother asked, what was the moment you knew that, hey, we got this?
I think it was that first drive where we scored. I think it was off a toss, and I seen that, and I was in on that play, and then seeing that their O-line or their D-line was really like just giving up at that point. I think we had it from there. I think they weren't going to come out swinging anymore. They were already down on the ground, ready just to be put out of their misery.
Next week, y'all play at Marshall County. How is the team prepared for the challenging of playing at Marshall County?
I'd say, well, the big words of payback for me. Because last year they beat us. I think they were Coach Jones. I heard him talk after the game last night on K105. They were more physical. They just came out and hit us in the mouth. I think this year we're prepared. We can easily prepare for that a lot better and go out and be physical and execute and come out with a win.
I think the same. It's also about watching film and see how they do up front, or if you're a skilled guy, watching who you're going to have to go against there, like a cornerback, safety, or wide receiver, or running back, or even their quarterback. I think it's mainly about watching film too.
What do you know about Marshall County's strength, and how do you plan on to conquer them?
Last year, like I said, we weren't. First time we played them, didn't know much about them. They came out and they were big, strong, just fought as hard as they could. Came out with a win. I think this year we, like I said, can be much more prepared for that and come out and know what's going to hit us in the mouth, just hit them back harder.
After last night's big win, how are you and your team staying focused on this upcoming matchup?
I think for me, like I said, it's just payback. They're the only team we lost to in the regular season, and we shouldn't have lost to them. We had the better team. We had the bigger team. They just got us that night. They were the better team that night. I think we just need to stay focused and realize what's we know they're gonna come out. They're gonna play hard. Like I said, we just gotta play harder to come out with the win.
Are there any specific areas of the game plan that you're focusing on in practice this week?
I think probably just the same as last week, just intensity and doing your job, keeping the outside contained, filling holes on defense especially. On offense, just O-line. Play hard, play physical, dominate.
And be disciplined.
Very
especially discipline and moving people on the offensive side of the ball, creating holes for star running back Caden to run through.
Make sure you're getting to your guy that you need to block. Knowing your plays mainly.
Are there any personal goals for this game, and how do you think you can contribute to the team's success?
The personal goal for me is when we're it's like a passing play, when they show linebackers blitzing, I need to be able to take those linebackers, help out through A gap.
Same here. Just watch backside A if we're going on pass and make sure that on a double team I know who we're going to and driving them down the field as far as we can.
For me, I'd say I just want to be, honestly, I just love to be a bully. Like to see people break, like to see them shut down, like to see them realize that they can't do nothing about it either. So just playing as hard as I can, just bullying people around.
And that's all the questions I have. I want to thank y'all for tuning in here for the Cody Show, and I want to thank Carter, Corbin, and Caleb for tuning in and jumping on and talking about last night's game and this game coming up. And the game this Friday is at Marshall County at 7 p.m. Central Time. So I will not be at that game because that's too far of a game and I won't be driving that far. But y'all, if y'all can't make it to the game, y'all can watch it on K105 because they'll have live coverage of that game too.
Thank you, Cody.
Thank you very much for this.
You're welcome.
Good night.
You too. So here's a look at the schedule, coming up schedule for the rest of the season. Grayson County has a game at McLean County September 6th at 7 p.m. Then Butler County, that's another rivalry game we'll probably talk to them about on September 13th. And then the next home game is September 20th against Moore. Then Bullitt Central will be coming to Grayson County on September 27th. Then we'll be traveling to North Bullitt on October 4th. And the game is at 6:30. Then Seneca is a away game as well at 6:30 p.m. Then another rivalry game against Breckenridge County. That'll be on October 25th at 7 p.m. And then another home game against Hancock County at 7 p.m. on November 1st. So I want to thank you all for tuning in here for the Cougar Talk, and I'll see y'all the next time I talk to y'all on Cougar Talk. I want to thank y'all for tuning in here on Cougar Talk.